Hello, fellow cycling fans. Welcome to the preview of stage 11 of the Tour de France 2024. A very exciting stage is upon us, but don't forget to hit that subscribe button and a notification bell so you never miss a preview of a Grand Tour stage ever again on my channel. Before we dive into this very long stage, 211 kilometers from Evaux-les-Bains to Le Lioran, let's do a quick recap of stage 10 won by Jasper Philipsen in a sprint in front of Vingegaard, Ackermann, Van Aert, Gaviria, Bennett, Degenkolb, Bauhaus, Groenewegen and Zingle. In the general classification, no major changes. Unfortunately, Alexander Vlasov had to abandon the race, so that is a big hit for Team Red Bull Bora and Primoz Roglic, but it is how it is. In the points classifications, Jasper Philipsen is starting his comeback. He is now some 74 points behind Bini Girmay, but he is coming back strongly. Abrahamsen surprisingly still in third, even though he's not even going for the sprints in the finishes. Turgis in fourth, in front of Gaviria, Kokar, Deli, Demar, Groenewegen. In the KOM, no changes as there were no climb on this stage. However, tomorrow there will be a lot of climbing. Abrahamsen still in the polka dot jersey, and in the youth classifications, no changes as well as in teams. Team UAE leads and Remco leads in the white jersey. So, stage 11, 211 kilometers. We have 6 categorized climbs on the menu. First climb comes at 79.8 kilometers from the start. It's a fourth categorized climb, Côte de Milieu, and then a third categorized climb, Côte de la Route. So in this part of the stage, we can expect the breakaway to form. We have a sprint, intermediate sprint at 65 kilometers from the start. So I expect Alpecin to try and get the peloton to the sprint, so Jasper Philipsen can take once again maximum number of points. After that, we can expect teams like Movistar, EF Education, Israel Premier Tech to start attacking and force the breakaway, because this stage has a great breakaway potential. Then we have some almost 50-60 kilometers of rolling terrain before we hit the next climb, second categorized climb, Col de Nerone, 3.8 kilometers at 9.1%. Then Puy-Marie Pas de Pérol, probably the hardest climb on tomorrow's stage, 5.4 kilometers at 8.1%, so pretty steep. Some 11 kilometers of downhill before we hit the Col de Petrus. And why the Col de Petrus is important is because there are bonus seconds at the top of that climb, so 8, 5 and 2 seconds. 4.4 kilometers at 7.9%. Once again a steep climb, so all these climbs are steep. 9.1%, 8.1, 7.9. Then we have a final climb of the stage called the Fond de Serre, 3.3 kilometers at 5.8%, and that climb crests at about 3 kilometers from the finish, and then we have a downhill and just a bit of an uphill section before we reach Le Lorient, famous skiing center. This is how the last 6 kilometers or so look on the map. So we have these hairpins before we reach the summit at Fond de Serre, and then this downhill section before the final uphill, as we can see in the profile here. So final kilometer is once again slightly uphill. There is around 50 meters of elevation gain there. So what can we expect in tomorrow's stage that is going south from Evaux-les-Bains to Le Lioran? So I think that the after mentioned teams like EF and Movistar and Astana, they are going to try and force the breakaway, as they were taking it easy today at the end of the stage. So we can see Steven Williams, he will be in the breakaway for sure. Thomas Pidcock has to try. Fred Wright for Bahrain. Rui Costa, Nelson Powers for EF once again. Richard Carapaz, Ben Healy, their whole team, they just are desperate for that stage win, and they are going to try as hard as they can. Mati Mohoric doesn't really look to be in the great shape in this race, but maybe he will also go on the breakaway. Lenny Martinez for sure from Groupama FDJ. They said they are going to target breakaways with him, so we can expect him. Jesus Herrada for Cofidis, Harold Tejada for Astana, So Lusenko for Astana, those are the guys that I expect in the breakaway tomorrow, and it will be really interesting how big of a gap will the breakaway make on the peloton, because it is 211 kilometers long stage. So will Team UAE try to control it all day? Okay, we have two easier stages coming up after this one, but then we have mountains on the weekend again. So do they want to spend their teams on this hard stage? Yes, Pogacar has a good opportunity to take both those bonus seconds at the climb, bonus seconds at the finish, win the stage, but it's going to be really hard to control a big breakaway, and it's going to be even harder to make the small breakaway go. So I expect this to favor the breakaway. If we look at the weather for tomorrow's stage, we'll see that we will have a pretty nice weather once again, some 16, 17, 18 degrees throughout the day. Some showers possible on the climb as well, because this stage is starting pretty early at 11:30 and finishing around 5 p.m. So we can see that the showers are possible, but the wind will not be that strong, some 3-4 meters per second. Before we look at bookmakers odds, tell me in the comments who is your pick to win tomorrow. And the bookmakers favor Tadej Pogacar at 5, so you can see that even they think that this is a wide open stage. Ben Healy and Carapaz, the EF guys, are of course second and third in front of Pitcock. Wout Poels for Bahrain, they also need that stage win. Remco Evenepoel is then at 21. Maxim van Gils for a Lotto Destiny. Derek G, once again a rider from Israel Premier Tech. Roman Grogarso, FDJ. Team DSM also can try with Bardet and Barguil. I forgot to mention them. Simon Yates also has to do something. David Godou, Lenny Martinez. Uh, so pretty wide open stage. Who is your pick? I will go with Ben Healy as my pick. He was great in that breakaway on stage 9, and I think this terrain suits him just a little bit better. Thank you all for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, like it if you like my comments about races. Have a great day, and I hope to see you tomorrow for the preview of stage 12.